There's a lot of talk in the industry about all the challenges and all the issues. And while we could spend a whole day just on that, I think there's actually a much brighter side that Todd and I have talked about. When you look at the tailwinds, when you look at participation, we acknowledge that there's always going to be challenges, but there is a brighter path. And it's happening right in front of our eyes. And not a lot of people are talking about it. So we're going to shine a light on it today and talk a little bit about what we believe, or I believe, is the precipice of a youth sports transformation. So what I mean by that is, first and foremost, how do we define who's in youth sports? Well, it starts with the athletes, the coaches, the family members, and then I think the D1, D2, D3, JUCO coaches. It runs the gamut. And then you have pro scouts. And we have the pleasure of hosting all of them on our campus at some point in time throughout the year. But really understanding, how do you deliver excellence in the guest experience for each one of these really customers, as we think of it? And how do we create an environment in which they feel great about coming to an event that is on our campus, or really any campus, as we deliver excellence in the guest experience as an industry? And so while we may do some of that here at LakePoint, there's an opportunity for us to really look at a model that's more holistic, that's consolidated in many ways, but it's all about scalability. And we look at not only the full vertical integration of the operations, but do we have a system of venues? Maybe LakePoint is a flagship of venues, but others that are either strategically aligned or certified by the standards in which we put in place on delivering excellence in the guest experience across the country. And that's an important aspect of creating an environment that is more affordable and accessible to all athletes and families. And then we pick the key sports that Todd and his organization have identified as, hey, from a participation trend standpoint, these are the ones that are really of interest to the kids in our country, into our society. And that's the feeder system into maybe the professional leagues or maybe the Olympics. And so how do we approach this more holistically from a consolidated, scalable perspective, with the guest experience really driving costs down and providing a value proposition that everyone feels a lot better about? So one of the things I wanted to mention, in addition to that approach, is really, the leagues are moving in this direction already. You're seeing the leagues move from a line item that is youth sports, hey, we're doing something in youth sports, where they're truly investing in it as a platform. Think of the NFL and what they're doing with flag football, and how that has really galvanized the country around youth sports, and one sport in particular. You see what a lot of other major pro sports leagues are doing, from the Play Ball Initiative to the Junior NBA to the NHL and MLS. And of course, today Sherry's going to be here talking about what the U.S. Soccer Federation is doing from a youth sports perspective as well. And RCX is on the front line, and Izell and his team are doing a tremendous job, RCX Sports, with the grassroots efforts of the leagues. But as they continue to prioritize youth sports as part of a strategy and not a tactic, I think we're on the precipice of a bigger opportunity in all of youth sports.